Hi, so today I will be explaining you chapter 10, which says global inequality. What is global inequality? Inequality, it consists of concentration of resources among some certain nations which show dominance to lesser powerful countries. Also refers to unequal distribution of resources amongst nations and the position they hold in the society. Let's move on to our next topic. Our next topic talks about the Cold War era. It happened just after World War II. It happened between USA and USSR, which was also known as Soviet Union. And this war ended in after the fall of USSR from 1945 to 1991. In this, several terms were given to the countries. So our first term is first world countries. Now you will wonder what is first world countries. First world countries are who follows a capitalist mindset, who are rich and democratic in values, such as United States, UK, and other Western countries. On the other hand side, we have second world countries such as USSR or Soviet Union and China. These are communist countries and considered as second world countries. Other than these two terms, we have a third term which says third world country. Third world country are like poorest of all. In this, we can consider countries such as sub-Sahara Africa, the whole Latin America, which consists of Argentina, Brazil, and the whole Asia. Beside that, one more category was given, which was fourth world country. These were the small minority groups which were denied to have a political voice all around the globe. This basically consists of like prisoners and homeless people. Moving on to our next topic. So we have a first theory of the chapter, which is modernization theory. So what this theory tells us? This theory tells us that when a country moves towards development through natural stages, it is considered to be modernized theory, such as some of the values of it is like democratic, free trade agreement, a free trade market, and capitalist mindset. Our next main topic is core nations. These nations are most predominantly capitalist by thinking highly industrialized, technologically advanced, and moreover they are urbanized. On the contrary part, we have peripheral nations, which are lesser industrialized and have unstable governments. Primary examples are Guatemala, Bangladesh, Malaysia, and Colombia. We have a subterm for peripheral nation. It is called semi-peripheral nations. These are in between nations and not very powerful to dictate their own policies, but they are acting as a uh, major source of a raw material. Moving on, we have a next topic, which is gross national income. How do we calculate gross national income? It basically consists of all goods and services plus the net income earned outside the country by the nationals of that particular country. This is the particular method to calculate gross national income. With gross income national, it is very important to learn about debt accumulation. What is debt? Debt is basically loan, and accumulation, it is like external debt took by a country to invest there in infrastructure or in their growth. So in easy words, it is debt taken from another organization or country by a country to invest in their growth. Our next main topic is global feminism. What is global feminism? Global feminism is where women are facing disproportionate percentage of the burden of the poverty. Now, what's poverty? Poverty is where a person is living below the average standard of living. So there are different terms in poverty also. Poverty, where people can survive but they can't meet the standards of the society. And there's another term which is called absolute poverty. What is absolute poverty? Poverty which lacks even in the basic needs for survival of a individual. And third one is subjective poverty, where as the name suggests, what is subjective? It depends on person to person, where the actual income does not fit as your expectations, where you expect more, so it is subjective poverty. So as I have been explaining you the whole chapter, now we are moving towards the end. So in the end, we basically have two or three topics left. First one is debt bondage. What is debt bondage? It is basically where you sign with some laborers. It is a bondage labor where the laborers are working for you in exchange of basic necessity for survival, such as transportation, home, room accommodation, food, and etc. And last but not the least, our topic is anti-globalization movement. It was emerged as a counter movement to define an alternative for globalization movement. Thank you. This is all from my side. This is Paris, and I hope I have explained you enough. Thank you so much for providing me a platform.